Claws and feet. The claws on a brown bear's forelimbs are longer than those on its hind limbs and are particularly big and curled. They may measure 7 to 10 centimeters, 2.8 to 3.9 in, along the curve and reach a maximum length of 5 to 6 centimeters, 2.0 to 2.4 in. While some varieties have entirely light claws, most are dark with a light tip. Compared to American black bears, brown bear claws are longer and straighter, Urus americans. The black bear's claws are keen, while the humans are blunt. Adult brown bears normally cannot climb trees as well as either type of black bear due to the shape of their claws and their heavy weight, although in rare instances adult female brown bears have been seen. Distribution and habitat. Brown bears were previously native to North America, the Atlas Mountains of Africa, much of Asia and Europe. However, they are now extinct in certain locations and have drastically diminished in other areas. In the globe, there are still about 200,000 brown bears. The countries with the biggest populations are Russia, 120,000, the United States, 32,500, and Canada, around 25,000. Brown bears can be found in Alaska, the Yukon and Northwest Territories to the east, British Columbia to the south, and the western half of Alberta to the west. An estimated 32,000 people live in healthy conditions in Alaska. They are gradually but steadily repopulating the lower 48 states around the western edge of the Great Plains and the Rockies. 14,000 brown bears per 10 square miles were found in Europe in 2010. Conservation status. The IUCN continues to categorize the brown bear as a species of least concern despite the fact that its range has fallen and it has faced local extinctions. It has a total population of about 200,000 bears. The IUCN has not listed this bear species or the American black bear as threatened as of 2012. Although several of the southern Asian subspecies are critically endangered, the California grizzly bear, Ungava brown bear, Atlas bear, and Mexican grizzly bear, as well as brown bear populations in the Pacific Northwest, were killed to extinction in the 19th and early 20th centuries. More than half of the Syrian brown bear's original range has been lost to extirpation, making it a very rare species. One of the subspecies with the tiniest bodies. Behavior and life history. A brown bear's nocturnal habits are frequently mentioned. However, the morning and early evening seem to be the times when it is most active. According to studies, activity can happen anywhere in the range at almost any time of day or night, with bears living in regions with higher levels of human interaction being more likely to be entirely nocturnal. Furthermore, many adult bears in low-disturbance environments are mostly crepuscular, while yearling and newly independent bears are more likely to be active during the day. A brown bear can gain up to 180 kilograms, 400 pounds, of fat from the summer through the fall, doubling its weight from the spring, which it needs to survive the lean winter months. Despite not being complete hibernators. Communication. There have been numerous documented facial expressions in brown bears. The relaxed face, which is created during routine activities, with the mouth open or lazily closed and ears pointing to the sides. Bears adopt a relaxed open mouth face during social play in which the mouth is open, the upper and lower lips are curled and drooping, and the ears are alert and moving. The bear adopts a alert face when seeing an animal from a distance. The mouth is either closed or only slightly open, the ears are cocked and attentive, and the eyes are wide open. When a bear perceives threat, it will make the tight closed mouth face, which is characterized by retracted ears and a closed mouth. When another person approaches, the animal. Home ranges. Brown bears typically have large home ranges, but they are not very possessive of their territory. Several adult bears often travel freely over the same neighborhood without trouble, unless rights to a fertile female or food supplies are being challenged. Every year, males always cover a larger area than females. Adult males can appear to have a personal zone, in which other bears are not accepted if they are observed, but without displaying classic territorial behavior. While females benefit from smaller territory in part because it reduces the possibility of confrontations with male bears who might endanger their cubs, males always move farther than females due to increased access to females and food supplies. In regions with a high concentration of food, like coastal areas, reproduction. Mid-May to early July is the time for mating, with the timing moving later the further north the bears are found. Brown bears are serial monogamous, which means they spend anywhere between a few days to several weeks with the same spouse. Adult male and female brown bears do not exhibit sexual interest in one another outside of this brief window. Males first mate around a year later on average, when they are big and powerful enough to successfully compete with other males for mating rights. Females reach sexual maturity between the ages of 4 and 8, with an average age at sexual maturity of 5.2 to 5.5 years. Males attempt to mate with as many females as possible. Typically, a successful mating involves. Parenting is solely the responsibility of the females. Males play no role in raising their cubs. The implanted egg of a female divides and floats freely in the uterus for 6 months through the process of delayed implantation. The fetus clings to the uterine wall during winter hibernation. 8 weeks later, as the mother is sleeping, the cubs are born. The embryo does not implant and is reabsorbed into the body if the woman does not put on enough weight to endure the winter while she is pregnant. Although the typical litter size for brown bears is 1 to 3, with more than 4 being unusual, there have been instances of bears having as many as 6 pups. Records show that females occasionally adopt strays, trade them, or even kidnap them. The mother is the cub's only source of support, and they develop a strong attachment. The cubs learn survival skills during the dependency stage rather than inheriting them as instincts from birth. These skills include knowing where to find the healthiest meals, how to hunt, fish, and defend oneself, as well as where to build a burrow. Female brown bears have rather large, well-developed brains, which are likely crucial in teaching behavior. This is because increased brain size in large carnivores has been positively associated to whether a given species is solitary, as the brown bear is, or raises their kids communally. During their time with their mother, the cubs observe and mimic her behavior to learn. On average, cubs stay with their mother for 2.5 years in.